I'm Katrina, this is Tare, and I have a video about the bomb cyclone. Went through the Pacific Northwest. I am about 50 miles away from the coast in southern Oregon, and we got hit pretty good. We got over 5.5 inches throughout basically the week, and it was a pretty strong bunch of rain. We did not get the winds that the coast got, and we did not get the winds that Washington got, but we did get some wind gusts, and I did hear a tree crack, but I didn't hear it fall, so I'm always looking up now when I go outside, just in case. And so here is a bunch of footage from our bomb cyclone. First snow of the year. Look at that hillside. Well, they said wintry mix. Now I can hear, it sounds like it's raining because I think it's falling from the trees. And I have a feeling if it doesn't keep snowing, it's just gonna melt. You can hear it melting off the trees. And I forgot to take the inner tube off. Most of that's rain, so I'm not sure how I should measure this. Because mix. Typically you measure it by melting the snow, so since I didn't take that off, I'm going to take that inside and melt, but we'll see how much rain there is. And then this it's like at 2. Very wet snow. It was just after I took the measurements. A neighbor I hadn't met yet actually came over in the snow to make sure that I was prepared for power outages, and so that was very nice. It was pretty cool to see the snow. This is the first snow of the season and my first snow at this new property. I grew up with snow, but not like usually pretty dry snow in the high desert. And so seeing snow was kind of nice. It did pretty much immediately melt. It was gone by midday the next day. And in the meantime, it was nice little wintry wonderland. There was only ever maybe an inch on the ground at one time because it was melting as fast as it was landing. Well, it is starting to stick on the actual road. And I think it's going to snow for a while. It's coming pretty much straight down, no wind. So I did actually plug this in and start charging because I didn't even unbox it before today. And so it's full, I have good charge, and have plans for this later. I plan to put up solar panels across the street to power the house and all of that. So this just jump-started my plan just by getting them out of the box and plugging them in. in the afternoon, things started to melt. That snow was so wet that it just landed and melted the snow that was already there. So it really was surprising to have snow everywhere, and then all of a sudden most of it's melted by the end of the day. This is the next morning. There's very little snow left. Well, I hooked up the rest of that 100-foot roll, and we'll see how this goes. All right, kitties. Good night. Where are the babies? I did 2 more boxes down there, and then there's another one of those little cat houses over there. Although I did see Mama kicked him out. And the babies were in there the other day. All right. Good night, guys. Yeah, I know. I would come pet you, but Mama Kitty will jump off. I don't want to disturb her. Okay? Good night. Alright, so it is raining pretty good out here. I do have a puddle here. It's been raining pretty good, but that puddle looks okay. It looks reasonable. If a puddle could be reasonable. And that pipe is still working down over there to go around the corner. And this is just for a little tiny roof off this shed here. So it's fine. And then I did move this fence away so I could get this, and so that is no longer draining right at the house. It is getting, bounced back from the ground, I guess. But I did put that here, and it's just draining. I mean, I'm just keeping it away from the house is all I'm doing. It goes downhill and it kind of goes over here, and the house is over there. And it's coming out. You can see coming out at a pretty good pace. But it's making a puddle over here and kind of draining in. Let's look at the other side. I put my plants out to get watered. I just moved the whole thing. I haven't planted them yet. And I'm sure the kitties are all in bed. Yep. Oh, they're up on a shelf. Okay. Hi, kitties. Yeah, Mama Kitty and Ringo are in bed, and the other kitties jumped down off of something. So, this is the one that I did the video about, and that is flowing so well. So glad I did that. There's a puddle forming there. It's alright. It's after 10 at night right now. And looks like I don't have sitting water there, which is good. I am starting to hear the wind pick up a little, so I'm going to go inside, but there is some sitting water in the corner there. A little bit in the trough, but so the gutter person did come by and give me some angles for the front. I'll show you. I didn't do that. But we did talk about this downspout, and he said when he comes back to do the he's going to put the gutter guards in. So when he comes back to do that, he's going to make an angle lower, not from the top, but lower to angle down to the corner, and it'll be a better drainage idea. So he liked that idea. I'm just checking here because of the shape of the house. It's an older house. They have weirdnesses. This was not straight, so it had to. You can kind of see how there's more room down there between the roof and the gutter than here. So he said, if it is like flowing over a lot, which it kind of looks like it might be doing, he can add some metal to that to kind of make it a backstop almost or something. There's options we can try, but it's just that back end, that back like few feet that is like that. And It's just because of the shape of the house. So, chickens are in bed. Chickens are in bed. I did the tarps. I don't know if you can see that. I did tarps for the rabbits so they would not get the wind. I'm actually going to go up a little bit and look at culverts. Hopefully neighbors are not paying attention to outside right now. Well, what do we have here? Not full yet. Where's the line? I think it's somewhere around 0.8 of an inch. I could be reporting hourly, but I haven't been, so I'll probably report before I go to bed, or at least measure before I go to bed, and then add it later. I want to check this culvert. This is super squishy. Alright, there's a culvert. Not flowing yet. I'm on the road here. Alright, the wind is starting to pick up. I have an umbrella, it's pulling on it. So I am going to go take a measurement and a time on that rain gauge and then spend the rest of the night inside. Okay, at 10:19 p.m. that was 1.03 inches. So these are the angles he brought. It was going this direction before. Now it's going that direction, away from the house. And same thing for this one, it's going away from the house. I don't think I have another one of those things. So this is going from up the road that goes up the hill down onto the driveway. There's actually flow here. Look at that. Let's check the culvert here. Yeah, so that's filling up. It's coming out nicely out of that culvert. And this is pretty low, so it has to fill up to get underneath this culvert. To go across the road. Okay, that looks like it's flowing pretty good. Goes all the way down. Well, I'm not going to go all the way down there. It's a little steep for this much wet. Yeah, it's flowing down this side of the driveway too into the ditch. It's flowing down the driveway, it's actually coming across the driveway down here. There's also flow here. Let's see where that's coming from. It's probably coming from the downspouts, to be honest. Alright, it's raining pretty hard. Came out to check things. This is actually working pretty well, this gutter. It is dripping over because there's stuff on it, little seed thing from the tree. But other than that, it's working pretty good. Down there, it looks like things are holding. That puddle. It looks like it's okay by the pantry. There's a lot of water though. Alright, it's 9:50 and we have partial measurement. I'm going to actually measure and dump. Alright, that was 0.63 at 12:50, early morning. Now this is a pretty heavy flow, so I think if that one little seed would move, that's fine. Alright, back inside. And it is flowing. Well, let's just go down the street since I'm out anyway. We have a little river here in the driveway. Yeah, it's flowing across the driveway. Quite a bit of flow here. It's flowing. Alright, it was 1.66 plus whatever is in there. So it was 0.84 plus 1.66 is a total for 24 hour. And the puddle is down, which is good. This looks good. Alright, I have a little bit of puddle that's still coming out here. And the flow down the driveway is a whole lot less. This little man, I'm going to feed you. You don't have to be out in the rain yelling at me. It's early. Good morning. So this actually flowed down the driveway and around and then into the culvert. Still a little bit of that happening, but this also has subsided. This looks like it worked. There's no puddle there. We got that snapped in finally. He's very concerned that I might just not feed him. And that's good. There's no puddle here, so it must have soaked in or run off, which is good. I guess everybody was concerned that they're not getting fed. The babies and Mama Kitty are underneath the benches. They were out front of that. You guys concerned I'm actually not going to feed you? It's early yet still. Yeah, it's early yet. But would you like some breakfast? Yeah, you think it should be the first thing I do when I step outside? Yeah? Okay. So the wind wasn't hard enough to blow these off at all. There was some gusts, but they were not as strong as they expected them to be. Aww. You cuddling with a baby? I didn't know Mama would let you do that. And what happened to the little house? It fell down on the ground? Honey? Well, I'm glad you're cuddling with a baby. Good job. Let me fix your house. You're okay, baby. You can stay there. Okay. There you go. That's better. But I'm glad to see that you're cuddling with a baby. Because I didn't think Mama Kitty was letting you get close to them. Good boy. Good job on keeping them warm. Cow Creek. At first, I thought it was windy. These are the strings for the blinds on the outside. The kittens were moving them though. See if they're still there. It's funny because I'll walk right on the windowsill. You guys still there? No? Okay. This is a culvert here. It looks like it did run pretty good in here. And I don't know when that happened, but moved all the leaves. And this right here still has water and it's running. But this is a wet area. So I suspect the water table here is probably pretty high. Let's see where it starts. Kind of right in here. Looks like right in here somewhere. Maybe this way? Nope. Kind of just starts out of the ground right here. So, my guess, I just realized I'm wearing Christmas colors. My guess is that right here is where the water table is really high, and I did know a little bit about that, about where the previous owner said the water can sit, so looks like that's the case. So I haven't been up this road since it started raining with this storm, so I really want to check kind of up by the cabin, which I don't think will be an issue, but I do want to check near the boundary of the property, where there is an area that I think a culvert needs to be put in. I think it might be on the easement for the power people. So I don't know if that's my responsibility or their responsibility, but I'm wondering if it got washed out the rest of the way or not. But I already left a message with them a few weeks ago, but I did tell them I think a culvert needs to go in because part of the road, like on the very edge, was kind of eroded. So anyway, I want to see that since there's a break in the rain, so I'll do that. And everything at the cabin looks pretty good, which I figured it would be. Madrone berry. Well, I don't know what it's called, berry. They are edible though. Let's see. I've never had it. It's fruity. It actually tastes... It is somewhat similar to the manzanita apple, except it's softer. So that's interesting. I can actually hear the waterfall, so I know it's going. It's way over there, but it is holding water here. I was told by the previous owner it's not a good idea to drive here in the winter on this section. Alright, let's see what we can see. Oh yeah. There's a waterfall. Look at that. Goes way up there. That's my waterfall. So this one has a culvert that goes underneath and continues down the hill. Should probably see, I think this is the same one that cuts the corner of the property. Should probably go down in the pasture and look. First I'm going to go to the end of here. If it's still light, I'll go back. But look at that. I have a waterfall. Well, here's the biggest storm damage so far, which is good. It's very small.
All right, here's where I believe the culvert needs to be, because half the road is gone. It's a little more eroded than it was. Basically where the leaves are here, that's where it was gone. I'd say this is right here is newer, but that's going down the hill. That's still flowing pretty good. And this is a puddle. Maggie Lake, named for a doggy that used to live here. And goes all the way up, coming down from the top of the hill. Look at that. It's gonna flower. This is manzanita. It's gonna flower soon. So here's the four-wheel drive road that goes up the hill. And man, you can tell it had a lot of water because it washed all the leaves off the road. Look at all that. Oh yeah, there's a gully. There was a little bit of gully before, but now there's a deeper one. Well, there's the other branch down. So far, so good. Alright, on the culvert that goes down in the pasture, and it's still flowing even though it isn't on the uphill side, so that's probably taking ground soaked water down. So I can hear the creek from here. I can hear it from the house. I can't usually hear it, so that means it's high. Oh, there's an elk, but you guys totally can't see. Let me see. There's an elk. Oh, there's more. There's at least 2. 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Ringo, shush. Oh, one of... Okay, there's only 2. Two elk. 3 elk. Alright. Well, that's cool. First elk I've seen since I've been on the property. I'm going to check over here and then I'm going to check over there. Maybe we'll meet up with them again. Hi, mister. You're wet. What happened? Alright, so at the top of this there's water, but there's not here. So it must be soaking in up there. But yeah, this you can see it moved the leaves. Let's go see if we can find the elk on the other side. So this is filling up, and there's actually quite a bit of water coming out of the deep mud coming out of the culvert here. This is the one that comes out by the well on the other side, kind of. So, oh, and this is running down this way and going that way. Okay. We might have to figure out where that goes. But the bunch of stuff that's coming out, that's usually the flow-through water from the well, and the stuff in the little pipe is going to be what goes into the leach field. So it's very diluted. It's interesting because on the uphill side of this, there isn't any water on the surface. So this just means that the water table went up, I guess. That's my assumption. Tell me if I'm wrong. Nicely. Ringo, shush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five elk. So here's a tip. I'm paralleling the elk now, and they've realized I'm not a concern. They're spread out again. just minding their own business. So if you continue being you in the world of wildlife and ignore them, pretend like you're not even paying attention, often, not always, often they'll be completely fine with that. And they will go back to what they're doing and kind of keep an eye on you. But there are 5 of them over there, which is pretty cool. It looks like, I think 3 older ones and 2 younger ones. So I'm getting into squishy ground. I'm at the edge of the pasture in those trees. And this is getting squishy. It's actually quite squishy. I lost some branches over here. Like dead branches over the wire, but that's okay. They're pretty small. Alright, this is the channel I expected to see water in. But I guess not. Let's walk up it. It did have water. Look at that. Oh yeah, there is water. Where did it disappear? Oh, it must go a different way. There is a bunch of water here. Sorry, it's colder than it is here, so my breath gets on it. Yeah. Quite a bit of water. Let's try and... Well, somebody's can. Where's the water go? If not into the rest of that channel. I think it must go down that way. The channel goes this way. Well, that is where the water is. It's not actually cold. I don't know, maybe the 40s. Anyway, back to the house. So actually, I think that water must go underneath the ground, because I'm on the other side of that tree where it goes under and I don't see water. So it must go underground and go over somehow. I was crunching on stuff and look down, it looks like there's a bunch of oak galls. What's a gall? Which is caused by a, wow, there's so many. It's caused by a wasp. So that's not food, that's caused by a parasite. The second part of the storm came in last night. We have more than an inch. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are safe, and I hope you learned something about water flow. I definitely, I'm on a new property, and this was definitely a good storm to pay attention to where water goes. New property, new plans, all that. It is good to know where the water flows when it flows with a large amount. So if you like the video, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Remember to hit that bell notification, select all so you get all the content. We want you to not miss out on any of it. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.